I'm talking probably from around 1950s onwards. 50 recent ones, 50s onwards. So I'll give you a list here. Nothing much to add in terms of the discussions details. A list here. 50s onwards. One was a very important event which was happening was the process of decolonization. I think India, or 47 independence of India, this sets the process. So a lot of decolonization across South Asia, Southeast Asia, and Africa. So decolonization and development and economic prospects. Now these start influencing. Migrations. So इस phase में lot of migrations was voluntary migrations. Because to some extent responsibilities of the West tha. So decolonization, there was aspirations for development, there were prospects for economic growth, and this starts influencing migrations, and most migrations here were voluntary migrations. Voluntary migrations where the third world countries witnessed out migration to Europe. So migrations from Africa into Europe, migrations from Asia into Europe. So Indians in a big way went towards Britain, towards the US. So third world. Anybody knows a third world term kahan se aata hai? What is first world? What is second world? So first world is the US and Western Europe. Largely NATO wala jo tha, this becomes the first world. Second world is the communist, Russia, Soviet, unke allies, second world. And third world are all the other developing countries. Africa. So third world also means poverty, also means less developing countries. It means Africa, Asia. Over time, this has become a term to represent all the developing and the poorer countries. Okay? So lot of population from the third world countries are migrating to European countries. In India, we had migrations to UK and migrations to US. And the migrants were largely, the educated professionals. Migrations of educated professionals. So we're talking about doctors and engineers. So this was a very different type of migration compared to whatever we have seen till today. From India into UK and US. So this is a voluntary migration. It's more of a pull factor towards US and UK. From India. एक और important migration था इंडिया में ही, इंडिया का ही component है, the migrations towards West Asia. West Asia 60s and 70s में because of the oil boom and because of the construction industry from India into West Asia, Saudi Arabia, Dubai, Kuwait, Bahrain. These are the ones who become sojourners, correct. They ultimately are referred to as sojourners now. Yes, you're right. ये जो migration था, a lot of people refer to this as the brain drain. Yes, the migrations of the educated professionals to US and UK has been referred to as the brain drain. And this was towards West Asia. And यहीं पर ही add कर दो that West Asia became a major destination. अभी भी है major destination, for South Asians, for Africans. For Africans, largely Egyptians in a big way, plus also for Philippines, for people of Philippines. West Asia becomes a major destination for South Asians for the Africans, Khaskar, Egyptians, and for the population of Philippines. अच्छा, now West Asia में 60s and 70s में you also had a lot of refugees from Jordan and Palestine region because of the Israel conflicts. Lot of refugees, okay, from the erstwhile part of Jordan, which became Israel, and the Palestine region because of the Israel conflicts. The Israeli war hua tha. The Arab nations lost. Again, the Arabs of that region were forced to move out. So West Asia में ये दो major developments हो रहा है in the 60s and the 70s. Just mention the points. इसमें बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं है. तो ये वाला again. So this one was economic in nature. This also is economic in nature. Okay, whereas this is the political conflicts. The political conflicts. So I'm giving you in the time form. Okay, you can always pick up what you want to write down in your answers. Okay. Acha, one very important development I should have mentioned earlier. Okay, now 1950s, of course, it was the major was 47 migrations because of partition of India. More than 10 million people impacted, and in a very, very short time, is considered as one of the largest migrations in a very short span. The partition of India, okay, Indians into Pakistan, Pakistan into India, from India into Bangladesh, from Bangladesh into India, okay, more than 10 million populations were impacted and displaced. Okay, so yes, ये भी एक political ही है, this is the conflicts, yes, political conflicts. These were among the bigger events in the mid 20th century, 50s, 60s. Okay, all of this is happening as migration.